comments. Yes, sir.
Yes,
We get Nikki.
yes, no, thank you. I was going to go right to the Congresswoman. The senator mentioned high-speed rail. There's actually a corridor that passes right through Lowell, but there seems to be a snag with the people that manage or own the lines, Pan Am. Could you build on that and, you know, kind of give us some insight on what's going on there and how long it might take to get to putting that rail, you know, start making improvements to that rail? Because to get to high speed, it's going to take an evolution of the rail itself.
Well, I know that that's one of the emphases, for example, in the recovery package, looking at ways to invest in high-speed rail. There are actually a number of rail lines that come to different pieces of the district. So, for example, significant funding was put into Haverhill for double tracking so that you can begin to expand and more efficient commuter line. Double tracking went into the Fitchburg rail line that comes through parts of the 5th District. So I think working with Senator Kerry and generally understanding how we need to support high-speed rail in order to reduce our dependence on cars and move people more quickly in and out of Boston, since that is where so many of the jobs are, that it's clearly one of the important emphases as we go forward. I think as we're talking about many of these issues, I keep coming back to my husband, who at one time really did focus on the great challenges to this economy. And one of the things we have to think about is how we grow the pie, how we grow the economic pie, so that all these needs that we all acknowledge, that we all understand, we want to support Social Security, we want to support Medicare, we want to have a good safety net, but we have to think strategically about where our investment should be made as we go forward, given the great constraints we have on our deficit and our debt. So I applaud President Obama. I applaud Senator Kerry. We are making strategic investments in education, in things such as high-speed rail, in research and development. Those are the fountain of ideas. And as we talk, we are not going to be a country that can base an economy on the sort of low-wage jobs. We cannot compete with the China on that front, but we can compete very aggressively if we really do make a significant investment constantly in educating our young people, expanding R&D so we get new ideas, so we grow companies based on those ideas. As I look at the 5th District, I see Ross Hagegod here, who has a company called Triton Systems. As I travel around the 5th District, we are a remarkably innovative district, and that is true around this state. And much of it comes from the fact that we have a community college here, we have Northern Essex Community College in Haverhill and Lawrence, and we have UMass Lowell, which is a constant source of new ideas. And so many of the companies that we have here are linked to that university. So we are very well poised, but we have to understand at the federal level, there has to be a constant support for research and development and for education. The other issue on clean energy. Yes, we have a great challenge around global warming, and it's something we have to deal with for the sake of future generations. But we are also in a competitive race with other countries, China being the most notable one. And if we don't get going on that front alone, we are going to cede yet another economic opportunity to China. So it's a challenging time. The rules of the road are not always so clear in a global economy like none we've ever experienced before, but I think the need to invest in fundamentals, whether it's education, whether it's research and development, whether it is clean energy jobs, whether it is in high-speed rail, is so important. So thank you for your question.